Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
it's their choice.
You didn't go, so I did.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Welcome to Air Maui. Here we're gonna fucking fly around, do absolutely jack shit here, but
Oh,
it's
best
gonna look
part is I
fucking
caught me doing you.
hilarious.
I fucked up.
Alright, yeah, let's go after Ursa.
I didn't realize.
So
That was funny. Welcome back, guys. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? We are chilling. Who do English? I've never played this. Have you? Oh, wow, that's crazy that I said that. No. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I'll keep it right about there. Please use the current time. What time is it? It is 7:09 p.m. Seven ten p.m. No, accessibilities can be accessed from the main menu. Also, I bought this on PlayStation. I mean, not PlayStation. I bought this on PC instead of on PlayStation because I still want to get more into the controls of. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. The game plays the game. You see that? That's cool. But I just wanted to get more onto the.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. How do I? Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, look at that cup. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh no! My computer was the only one on. Why can I not hear the blurbs? Give me 1 second. Tony, did you hear the blurb? Blurb. Give me 1 second, guys.
Oh no!
Okay. Okay, y'all can hear it. Remove. Add browser. Okay, play something now.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say.
Cause you can hear it, right? It says you can hear it. But I can't hear it. I don't want to end up missing it. Because I love y'all's blurps, and I don't want to end up...
Oh no!
Yeah, it's definitely on the stream. I love y'all's blurps. I hate not being able to hear them, because then I miss the interaction with y'all.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Okay. Try one now. And please tell me I didn't just fuck it up. I really hope I didn't fuck it up.
Oh no!
Okay. Can y'all hear it? Okay, I guess as long as y'all can hear it, it is.
Shaker?
I don't know. That's what I was talking about. Okay, so we're just gonna. Damn, that kind of sucks.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Alright, I'll just, I forgot that it was a problem. I'll, just make sure to check it out tomorrow. Figure it out tomorrow, that way we're not dwelling on it right now. But I'll try to keep my eyes on the, actually, I can, let me swap this over and swap this over. Okay. And now I'll be able to see the, I'll be able to see the stream a little bit more so I can see y'all's interactions with it. Thank you. Here, guys. Why are these computers?
I just want to talk to him.
So how's everybody's day? I just want to talk to him.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking, but eager to get back to business.
Son of a bitch.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What's in here?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
That's the audio you did, Tony. It was good. It was a good day. It was a good day. But yeah, that was the audio you did a second ago. I'm glad y'all had a good day. What is this? Do not jump from the cargo lift while in motion. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
What if I
There's
jump?
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Hey, I'm
Look,
sorry,
let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
There was just an open door down here, and I want to explore everything. What's down here? I like to explore as much as I can before...
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Should I go through the red door and actually do what he tells me, or should I continue doing not what he tells me? Let's see. The red door looks fine. The blue door also looks fine. Red or blue, boys? Red or blue? Y'all pick, y'all decide. I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. I kind of want to go through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Everything looks a little darker this time.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
I bet.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
What the fuck is this?
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
Hey, there's
Is this
another-
what you had wanted?
there's a thing
Was it
down
worth
there.
ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
What if I just take a different door and don't go down the path that he... See, but now he's telling me to go through the third door. And I don't know...
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Was there a competitive leaderboard?
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Sound the button makes.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I'm not sure what just happened.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
What if I don't? Yeah, it's a fire tower. It's like the Firewatch tower.
Cool. Oh no, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing, that big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here.
Don't
Let's
you
find
dare.
another game.
I wanna get to
Preferably
that
something
lake.
with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable
You
walls.
left a crack. Let me out.
Okay, I think this will be just
Don't
the
you dare.
thing.
Don't you dare. Is this Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
Dog.
There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Dog, it's literally Rocket League.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
Give me a car.
There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Bases and
Yes,
do a touchdown
I think surely
together.
we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Give me a car. Oh, I'm running fast. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. Yes.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
So he can't follow me in here, huh? Oh, shit. Where am I? Okay. Oh, there's a light. Sweet. And wasn't this the room of my old desk? Okay. I might have fucked up the game, guy.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
She would have got
I
it.
wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who
She
I
has
am.
the
That is what I mean
application.
to this world. Oh,
I
yes.
know,
Yes, I'll be back. There's no
They
other
got the
way.
paperwork yet.
Once
The
this
papers
ends, after it
yesterday.
all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
No, that stuff's not real.
I can wait.
Down there.
Okay. So y'all just be letting anybody get a passport without proof?
A proof of what?
The reason that the grantor signs the photos, and it has to be somebody who's known you for a certain amount of time, who also has a passport, so that they know...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Because you can acquire somebody's birth... Hold on. All the things required for a passport can
Yeah.
be taken from a birth certificate, social insurance information,
Yeah.
and very little history of where you've lived recently, which can all be faked. And then you take pictures of yourself.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his
And it
left.
turns out that you're not actually that person, but now you have a passport in their name.
You got a point.
So the whole reason for the photos, and it has to be somebody who's known you for X amount of years, is so that they sign it and say this is the likeness of the person who's applying for the passport.
Yeah, Florida just don't care.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Using slides to make sure that the employees know everything is okay. What is hot? Target demographic: teenagers. Stripes. The star. Number of slides on this slide. Charts and slide. To do standardized. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. God, that's the most bullshit fucking slideshow I've ever seen.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
I'm not understanding.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Just making sure.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Stanley began screaming.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I'm very confused. I'm not sure anything that's going on. Oh, back there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We are back here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I don't understand what the fuck is going on. I'm supposed to.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I didn't think that it would take me back up, actually.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is.
Cora brought me
What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Yeah, he is. He's talking bad shit.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I promise you, I'm gonna immediately... Talk your
Did
shit.
you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No.
Oh my god!
It's time once again to go back up in the elevator.
No,
I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again?
Go down.
Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
It was different. I was looking at it and I was like, oh, yeah, that does look kind of different. I just wanted to piss the narrator off again. Fuck, I should have.
Oh my god.
It's the
boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
It's the boss's office. It's the boss's office.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
I know a second ago it said that there was an ad. Is there still an ad?
All right,
Is it an ad
I
break
have
right now?
fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye
Oh,
for
okay.
gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Ad break ends in 1 minute 30 seconds. Oh, okay. I guess we'll just hit the elevator ride and not do anything else, because that way we'll do something at the end of it.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it?
Y'all
I
are
mean,
subs
sure,
and all
now
that,
it's
so-
obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh
Y'all are
air
ad-free,
in a
I believe.
landscape of
Yeah.
storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
But for the people that aren't, this is what they see, Tony. See, it says, okay, spooky corridor. Let's do it.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I should go back up the elevator now. I should go back up the elevator now that he said I should go through the mind control facility, but you know what we gotta do? We gotta go this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I'm not trusting this narrator. This
The
is a
door
lot-
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back
This
on
is a
track.
lot better than
At this point, Stanley was
back up
making a
the
conscious,
elevator.
concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
here. Oh. I might die. You're a tiny bit quiet.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his
you hear me
demise,
now?
he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
So it's not just
Perhaps
one or
his
two
death was
days.
of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this
They're gonna kill
violent
me.
end to his brief and shallow life.
So,
Farewell,
is the
Stanley.
audio better now, or? Oh, it's legit gonna kill me.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as
What?
Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Where-
In a
where'd
single
the-
visceral instant,
the
Stanley
narrator go?
was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
You lied. You lied.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
What if I don't
What
wanna do
exactly
that?
did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What if I don't want to do that?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
The fuck do you mean I'm already dead? What kind of bullshit is this? Yeah, turn those damn office computers off. Jesus. Apparently, we're gonna go right. When in doubt, always go right. Oh, it's the boss's office. Ooh. Ooh, what's in that room? Right is always right. That is true. There's a swinging light over here. Ooh. Narration outtakes.
Stanley walked over the bridge. Stanley pushed the big red button.
I will push a big red button. Show me a button. I will push it. Oh, look. The elevators. Oh, what's this? Well, this wasn't as cool as I thought it would be. I mean, the game's nice. That's not what I meant. I mean coming through this escape place. Is that TV? Okay, here we go. Stanley.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No, I
No,
can't.
perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
I cannot.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
All of his co-workers
I guess
were
it
gone.
did kill
What
me.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, it did kill me. That's crazy. Now I have to go all
When
the way
Stanley
the
came to a
boss's
set of
office
two
again.
open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
thought maybe it might change, like, there'd be a, like, the elevator thing. Apparently not.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
It was not.
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN
Give me
number,
the number.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Let's go down the elevator. Let's go down. We got this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
All right, we're going.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Can I turn the lights back off? Nope. 2845. Thank you, Tony. Thank you.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the
Walk out
world?
the chair. I will test that.
But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for
Now,
all.
wait a minute. I don't think I'm going to do that. Maybe I don't want to dismantle it. What does this button do? There's a button over there. That's weird. Maybe you're gonna... I don't know. We'll just go this way. Bum, 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 bum.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Is this the chair? Is this the chair, DJ? How do I get into it? Fucking chair. Ha! I got an achievement for trying to jump. It was that other part. Awarded for getting any of the other achievements as your first. Cool. Oh shit, with the screens. Oh, damn it. Can I go back? No, I can't go back.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that?
3.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them.
4.
I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
Opened up that door.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door.
Wait,
everything, anything, something here will save me.
I didn't see no
Why would
big
you
red
think that,
button.
Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
I don't like that. It says fail safe.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Red button. Well, boy, I'm gonna start off in the office. Son of a bitch! What was the code? 2845? Sweet. Sweet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, you gotta tell me.
Yet there was not a single person here
said
either.
it was
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
the
Stanley
room
decided to go
with
up to his
all
boss's
the,
office, hoping he might find it. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
the room with the screens. The room with the screens.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
If you don't open
That
up
kind
this
of
goddamn
anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments
Broom
with some
closet,
calming New Age
no.
music.
thing. Jesus Christ, open up the fucking thing. Oh, can you walk on that chair? How did I do that? How did I do that? Okay.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
If you don't fucking hurry up and let me down here so I can jump off your map. Is the blue? I went down, and instead of going in the left door, I went in the right, and then it took me to this thing, and then I ended up telling the game I hated it, and it took me to this open world game, and then
Stanley
open
walked
world
straight
game
ahead
was
through the large door
stupid.
that read Mind Control Facility.
Don't worry, I'm gonna find this chair. Is it this one? Is it this one?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
okay.
What horrible secret did this place hold?
Ha-ha.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if
Look,
that enhances
DJ,
your
you
perception
got
of the
me
value of
fucking-
these
he
updates.
chewed
Isn't
me
that what
out
you
because of
crave?
you.
New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it
Chewed
seem
me
like
out
we
because of you.
really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Sweet.
Good job, you did it. Good job.
Of course.
3, 2, 1.
The ending.
Good job, you made it to
show
the
he
bottom
has
of
a
the
song.
mind control facility.
Because just like, you know, every time we're in Call of
Jumped on the
Duty,
catwalk.
always have
Should
to
have been
find
careful.
the
Should have
Easter
been
eggs in the
careful.
music.
It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
You and your fucking... Where's the broom
All of his
closet?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Where's the
Stanley
broom
decided to
closet?
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is it one of these doors?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor
Tell me
did it
where it
advance
is.
the story in any way.
Which, right after the conference room?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I don't trust a single thing this narrator says. I'll keep touching stuff. This rack looks like it can be
It was
moved.
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
I'm
He
gonna
wasn't
stay
even
here.
doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite."
Why the hell he
I hope your
talk like
friends
that?
find this concerning.
Why did he talk like that when he was making fun of me? Why did he talk like that?
Stanley was fat and ugly
like
and
that.
really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Man called me fat and stupid.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You
Man
got to
called
this
me
broom closet, explored it a bit,
fat and
and were just
stupid.
about to leave because there's nothing here, when
That's
a physical
fucking
melody
crazy.
of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
That's
Well, in
fucking
a situation
crazy.
like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
I cannot believe
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
I'm not
They
dead.
have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video
Man, it's just
gaming,
crashing
so
out.
that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Was that the last one? Give it a few seconds. See if there's anything more. Was that it? Was that the end of his crash out?
Ah, second player. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Fucking walk down. Come on. Say something else. Why does that got a nuclear reactor on it? That is it? Alright, fuck it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's the code again? 2845?
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Oh,
Quelle
okay.
surprise.
Yeah, I did that one originally. I immediately came down the elevator and was like, alright, straight back up. I went down again and went right back up as well.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written, but of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Too much to live for.
The lights rose on an enormous
mean to
room
do that!
packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control
mean to do
facility.
that.
Welcome. You see, back when the
No.
Stanley Parable...
No, I'm not sitting through that again. I didn't mean to do that. I literally
Stanley
was
had
just
never seen the
pressing
office this
forward
brightly lit.
against the
Was it a
button.
sign of something? He hoped it
There's
was.
no wall
He hoped
at the
very
button
much
either.
that it was.
I didn't know that the wall. I thought the wall, like the
When Stanley
territory
came to a
wall
set of two open doors,
was
he entered the
behind
door on
button
his
and
left.
just not to the left. But no, there's no wall behind the button as well. You could just walk right up that bitch. Which also
Yet there
makes
was
me
not a
think about the
single
fact,
person
like,
here either. Feeling a
why
wave
the hell
of
did I have
disbelief,
so much
Stanley
trouble
decided to go up to his
walking
boss's.
up the
Coming to
thing
a
the first
staircase,
time? Stanley
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Why did I have so much trouble the first time? What? There's a door over here? I didn't realize there was an elevator over here. Oh, what fuck? Oh, the elevator is doing Stanley music. This elevator music actually gotta go. It's hard, guys. Fucking with it. I just searched up to see if that other elevator actually does something, and no, it just shakes the screen. But if I go back up and forth, after he does the please wait and does the little hold,
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
but if I keep going up and down, there's another actual ending.
The lights
It
rose on an
literally,
enormous room packed with television screens.
it's what?
What horrible
What did it
secret
say?
did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
know.
Did he have the
Some kind
strength to find out?
It said it was a, apparently for that elevator DJ, right?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Apparently. Yeah, it takes you to this, a stadium. Oh, I think we already did the stadium. That was the Rocket League, I think. Yeah. No. I don't know.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
I'll turn it
Had
off.
Stanley really been under someone's control all this
I'll turn
time?
it off.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to
I mean,
accept
if
it
not,
blindly?
I could turn it back on.
No.
And
He
then
refused to believe it. He
tried the
couldn't
button
accept it.
sequence,
His
and
own
instead of
life
shutting that
in
door,
someone
I
else's
actually get out of
control?
that door.
Never. It was
Or I just
unthinkable.
do the-
Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
turn it off.
Had
I
he
just turn it
truly
off and
spent
press
his
a little bit.
entire life utterly blind to the world?
Because God knows.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
Wonder what the-
labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All
I
of it
just wanna
monitored and
know-
commanded from this very place.
I just wanna
And as
know
the
what
cold
the
reality
fuck
of his past began to sink in,
buttons
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yeah, but
For
me
he
listening to
would
you-
dismantle the control.
Here. I listened to him, and now I'm dead. I listened to him, and now I'm dead.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
God, just let me
And that was
out.
all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
If you tell me that was the whole game. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Why can't I go to that door right there? What's that way? Listen, I was about to be pissed. What if I want to go that way?
Hello, and thank you for playing The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
It takes me to some bullshit place.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if
itself?
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Content.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
So we can jump now.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait, there's more. Very good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No. This is different already.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something! Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Fuck it, I'm not going through the vent.
I can smell the failure!
Wait, I don't know. Fuck it, I'll go through the vent. I'll turn around, I'll go back through the vent. Jesus Christ. Wait, where's the vent? Oh my god, it shut the door on me. Fuck, I can't go back through the vent. This is stupid. This is stupid.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's in the bathroom? I got a feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say that. It's a lovely purse. What does that even mean? What does that mean? What does it mean that's a lovely purse? See that door open. There's gotta be something in here, right? Is the bathroom just... That's where I came from. Why are the lights flickering? A panda with a gun to its head?
Here's the door, just go.
There's a panda with a gun to its head. Yes, whatever. Cool.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Just do the things. Get me to the end.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
What the where do I get a bucket? I went to a bathroom. There was nothing there. Also,
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Shut up.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
I turned it off. Let us get it through, go back through it.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay, well, let me out.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin,
Cool,
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
You know, I just realized that maybe I should have just restarted the game to get the new content door open again, instead of running through it all over. Wait, I don't get the new content door? Oh my god, I don't get to redo my jumps.
Come over here, in the vent. I want to show you something.
I don't get to redo my jumps. I thought I'd be able to redo them.
You remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
My millionth dollar. Oh, there's a bench. Can I sit on it? No, I can't fucking sit on it. Why not?
sweet all out.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Well, I kind of feel like I want to go down here. Of course that door's locked. I feel like it should have been something down there, though. And that door's locked.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
How do I get into the serious room? Why did that door open if I can't get there? This doesn't make...
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Why did the door
But I wouldn't
open?
give to go back, to have it all over again.
I gotta step up on the chair again. My jumps. My jumps. Fuck.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I should have had my jumps.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
This
I feel
getting pissed.
like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
If I had my jumps, I bet I could go through there. Damn, why'd I use all my jumps? Why didn't someone tell me not to use all my jumps?
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Damn.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
My jumps.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved?
Hello? Hello? The fuck is that?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world, as though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion.
Narrator? Maybe I should stop skipping him. There's nowhere to go but to keep skipping.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Maybe the narrator's having a psychotic break at this point. Damn. What happened to the building? Where's the narrator? Oh, sunlight. Sweet, sweet sunlight. Oh, there's greenery and birds. Oh, the green has died. I don't know where the guy is. That sounds spooky. I haven't heard anything from the guy in a while. What the fuck? Where's the yarn? Where's the yarn?
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Where's the yarn?
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
New content? Alright.
Oh good, you notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh, it didn't take the right. Let me at the jump circle again. Need more jumps.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark. and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
That door doesn't open either.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Let me out.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Do I have to go through the new content bus? No. I feel like that bus has something to do, though. That bus. There's no elevator buttons.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features. For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Let's see if it actually does it. After I come over here. Nothing there. It's a liar.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on? Jim. See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away. Jim.
That man stole my Jim button. How dare you label me Jim and then not allow me to keep saying my name on stream? That man lied to us.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Please, no screen. There's an infinite hole?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Give me
Yes,
my bucket.
the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I'm keeping the bucket. Sweet.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Fuck you. Why ask me a question? What? Oh, damn. Fuck you. Where's that infinite hole?
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Oh, the jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
I hate you. Where is that hole? It literally says there's an infinite hole that way. Infinite hole. The button that says the player's name. Okay. So... do I go through that room? I'm not done. Jump circle, this map, free achievement, the button that says merge setting. That looks like the exit. I don't want that. Jump circle. Infinite hole. Free achievement. Fuck it, I'll do the free achievement. Pull lever, no more steps, it just warriors.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Give me the achievement. Where's that infinite hole? I'm gonna throw myself down it. It will not give it to you here. Yeah. Fucking cheated.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Did I come for that one? Yeah, I came for that one.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue on.
Oh, wait.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No, we'll wait. We'll wait. We will wait.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
You lied.
You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
No, I meant what
Why
I
don't
said.
we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly
You
infinite?
lied. You
If that works for
liar.
you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I'm not gonna move on. I want to hear what else you got to say, you Mr. Liar. I was promised an infinite hole, and I was only given a very, very deep one. This game lied to me.
Great. Now, I'm very oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively... Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
You get your bitch ass back here. We ain't done with you. Come on, Bucket. Come on, Bucket. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Oh, the hole's moving. The hole is moving. It's shrinking. Let me just get bigger. How far down is it going? Now it's an elevator. Why?
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the whole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them.
If you don't let me out of this
Stay alert,
hole,
Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Maybe do the acid trip again. That was a lot of fun. Come on, go back down. Whoa. Dog. Don't tell me we're back.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
I gotta go see something. They locked the door. You won't let me back. It's almost like he knew that I would.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Cool.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I gotta go see something real quick. I didn't do it earlier. There's this one.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Is this also the exit? I changed the name to the Mostly Infinite Hole as well. Huh? No, I'm pretty much an asshole. Wow. Here I thought you weren't married to me because I'm an asshole. What's this way? I think this is the last way I can go.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I guess. Can I
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead.
I don't
Take a
understand
look.
why he would take away my bucket. Okay, I'm liking the vibe. I'm liking the vibe.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Well, guys, I'm gonna quit to the menu. It's been a great night, but we are at our 2 hours. Thank you all for everybody who came in. We will definitely play this some more, because apparently there's a lot more stuff in it. So, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you all, and y'all have a wonderful night.